Hi, today you join us at Hastedpur railway station. Built in 1891. Actual details about the station are practically non-existent. However, this is what we at InfoK have managed to find out. The station is near Dina town in Jhelum, and is permanently closed. The station is unusual in that there is no evidence of a raised platform. This station was referred to as a strategic line by the British Raj. This is due to its location. Some information suggesting it's a way station, which also be true because of the linking stations. These types of stations had the following characteristics. The stations allowed quick deployment of troops and weapons to the northwestern borders, so this was likely the main purpose. Also, the station prior to this station and after a very short distances, so again points to something else other than public transport. Looking at the building itself and the interior, there is multiple small rooms, each with a fireplace or two, giving the impression that troops were stationed here permanently. But at the same time, it also could be said to be a fourth-class station meant primarily for locals. Knowing weapons were also deployed from such stations, there is a high possibility that weapons and supplies were stored here also. On a secondary basis, raw materials could also have been stored here to be shipped out to the UK via ports. As Punjab as a whole was and still is rich in resources. However, the size of the rooms are at odds with storage facilities. Finally, the station helped connect local stations, as there is evidence of a ticket booth in the main building. This in turn allowed local administrators of the British Raj to keep strict control of the local population and put down any uprising. As a result, there would be a high probability that telegraph communication would also have been present at the station, as it was used as a tool by the Raj for governance of the land. This station was built after 1880, so the railway was owned by the British Raj, but leased back to private firms to run them and construct new infrastructure, i.e. stations and lines. After the 1857 uprising, most stations and lines were prioritized for rapid troop deployment and control. Many argue about the benefits of the railways built during the British East India Company and British Raj rule. But unfortunately, at the time they were built, they didn't benefit the locals in any meaningful way. Access by locals was heavily restricted or priced too high, so they couldn't afford to use it. Even if they did get on board, they were usually crammed into third class or worse, fourth class, which was basically a box, no seating or ventilation. Sometimes with animals it was short-lived, thankfully. By the very nature, they were built to facilitate control and extract raw materials out of the land. They now stand as a constant reminder of history. With this in mind, the government departments concerned should not only preserve them but repair them, so future generations can learn and understand from history. This can also help with tourism in the country. Thank you for joining us on this trip today. Until next time.
फ्रंट सी भर क्या